This is Danish from jobskillshare.org, and that cup is not mine. Just want to tell you guys because what's inside, that's what I love, tea, chai, and I'm ready to start this new lab video today. So this video is for people that are buying laptops for the first time from Best Buy, online, anywhere, and you get to have Windows 10 on it like this. And now you're thinking, what should I do? What will be the first step on this laptop? How to configure this so then in future I have everything in a nice shape when something goes wrong, if there's a virus or this laptop gets encrypted with these new crypto locker viruses and then it asks for money, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just use your full backup, and kind of like what an IT person would do to configure a laptop for a user, right? If let's say for example this is a very this user, let's say, bring a laptop and this person has to go out and we have to configure this laptop for that person, we would need to have it configured so then next time when they call or something happened to the laptop, we don't have to spend hours to fix it or do things with it. We just kind of know our tricks. So for a normal user, this is going to be a great video. For an IT person, they might already know this, so it's another refresher right here. So let's get started. The first thing, this is the laptop that I got. I logged into my account, and this is how you will be doing it too. There's nothing done to this laptop right now. Everything is from scratch. And that's how you are going to get it from whenever you buy a laptop. So the first thing we need to do in the laptop with Windows 10 or a desktop, we need to go to the search and type update. And on the top right here, we'll click on check updates. And here we are going to click on check updates. Now before doing that, I was connected to Wi-Fi, so you definitely need to have a connection. So you need to do that, connect to your Wi-Fi and click on check updates. So now this will run and it will start updating this laptop before we do another steps. So you can see right here it says your device is up to date, and that's a good thing. So we have our device up to date. So let's move on to the next step. What is the next step here? For a lot of people, you know, when you get the laptop like this, you would want to install some of your favorite applications or some of the common applications that everybody uses, like Adobe Reader, Java, things like that. So for this, we have something else to install. Now this is what we do in IT. You can also install these softwares, but use it on your own risk, because I don't know if everybody has a laptop like this. Maybe this application might not work on your laptop. So this is somewhere you have to kind of do it manually and install those applications before you go for this application. So let's see if it's gonna work for you guys. So the first thing is, how do you get that? Now in Windows 10, you see right here, this is a different browser. If you were used to Internet Explorer, because it doesn't come with other browsers, and that's something we're going to get, right? You love your Chrome, you love your Firefox, and then you go to Firefox and download it. But what if you are not familiar with Edge? This is Microsoft Edge. Now, how do you get the Internet Explorer that you were using it before, and you are kind of, you know a little bit about Internet Explorer? So what you need to do is type Internet Explorer, and you will see Internet Explorer will pop up. This is Internet Explorer 11. So when you click on it, and this is the one that you were using it before Windows 10. So there you go. You have Windows, the Internet Explorer running over there. We will say use recommended settings over here. We'll click on this. Remember, anything that I'm doing in this right now is the first time I'm doing it on this laptop. So what you can do, you can right click on this and pin it to the taskbar, so then next time you don't have to search it. And here we need to go to Google and we'll type patch my PC. This software makes it easier for you to find your common favorite installations, like the softwares, and they will install it for you automatically. So it saves a lot of time. You don't have to go to like Adobe site and you need to know which one to download, and you need to go to Java and all that stuff. So here is the free updater. You're going to click on download. Download Patch my PC 3 point something. So we'll click on that, and here you'll click on run. So now we are going to go ahead and click on yes. and it says that it needs .NET Framework 3.5. Now this message will come up even with other software. So let's go ahead and see if we can download and install this feature. All right, so it's installed successfully. We're going to go ahead and close this and rerun that application again. You need to just click on here again. It will start installing again, and now I shouldn't see that message for .NET. It should open the application. We'll minimize this. There you go. So this is where it is right now. This is a cool application. As you can see, there's a lot of things in there. What we need to do is to, for example, we need to get Adobe Flash plugin. That's number one, because some sites might ask for, like, Flash is not installed. We need a Java. Now I'm using a 64-bit system, so you need to check for that. If you're using a 32-bit system, you need to do the x86. For 64-bit system, you need to do x64. To find out your system, you need to right-click on the Start menu, click on System, and this should tell you that if you have 64-bit or x86, which is 32-bit. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Java x64. Browsers. What browser do you like? Do you like Mozilla? Do you like Chrome? I love Chrome. And I also want to add a Mozilla also, because this is for good testings and stuff like that. So I don't need to waste my time with that. Now, other softwares are your personal preferences. I'm just going to quickly scroll down and see what I need. Maybe I need a VLC, because that's another media player type of, sometimes people will send a voicemail or things like that, and sometimes it has issues. 7-Zip is another good software for when you get a zip files from users and you need to unzip it. It's a great little tool that unzip files. CC Cleaner is another good one to clean your temporary files automatically for all the browsers, so you don't need to go to each browser to do the history and remove all that stuff. If you want to clean things quickly, we'll go over that quickly. So CC Cleaner is another good one. Now we're going to scroll down and see if we have anything else. Evernote, a lot of people use that. So you will basically go over it, and whatever you need, like for example FileZilla FTP clients, so that's another good one also. Okay, so this is it. I don't want to go through. I can always come back and run it again. So here we have performed 7 updates. We're going to go ahead and do that, and right now it's starting to do. So what it tells you right now, that it requires you to close your IE. So I'm going to go ahead quickly close that out, and as soon as I close it out, it's going to start installing the applications that I picked. See, it's automated. So you could be working at work and you'll have a laptop like this. You can pick all the applications, like common application, and just do another work or call another ticket that you need to solve, and come back to this one, and everything will be ready to go. So here you go. You have all your common application that is available for free online. They are up to date without me doing anything. I'm going to go ahead and close it, but you can also go around and check the schedule. Like for example, if you want to run this like every week, you want to update these, if there's any update available, you can run the scheduler. You'll just click on yes, and it will automatically update your computer. This is your option. So we're going to go ahead and cancel that. This application is done. Now what is another big application for Microsoft environment, and even in Mac and all this? Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office is a very big tool for everybody. A lot of people, IT people, use it to do things, but at the same time user use it, so then they have calls, they have issues, and that's where most of the help desk calls are on the systems when people are using desktop and laptops. So 2 scenarios over here. One, a person will say, go to your Microsoft Office 365 account and install 2016 on your laptop or desktop, because it's free. There's some licenses that are free, like 5 licenses for free on your desktops. So this is what users do. They log into their Office 365 and they click on install now, and it will give them 2016. That's the new one, and it will start installing 2016. Another way, if you don't have this, maybe you purchased the CD, ISO, or on USB, so you got the file, and you double click on the setup and it start installing the process. I'm going to use this process because this is what's new right now. So I click on install now, and it tells you some settings right here for normal users. You can just click on this, and on the bottom my installer is downloaded. I'm gonna click on that and click on yes and minimize this. So right now it's downloading my Office 2016, and this computer will also have that on it. This is also a good video for IT professional. Maybe you got a call from a user and they say, hey, I just bought a new laptop and I'm going through the process. Can you take me to the process? So you can actually watch this video, mute the volume and just quickly go over like the steps, and they could be seeing the same thing. So it makes your job really easy if you're doing a remote call. Our Office is totally installed right now. What we need to do is to close this and now check if our see Word 2016, and you will see the other applications. If you go to all apps, you'll see the Access and Access, and the other files will be like Excel and E. It's basically spread around, so that's how you check if it's installed. So let's go ahead and open Word for the first time just to make sure it is opening up correctly. When you log in for the first time and you open it, you see it picks up your account that you logged in with Microsoft account to this laptop. If you haven't logged into that account, you won't see this. Probably will say sign in, and it automatically picks up your OneDrive account, and whatever it's in there, you will see it right here. And if you have installed Word with license, it should be licensed. So click on File, go to Account, and you see right here, this is subscription. If you don't see that, you will see a red text over here, and then you can click on it and change the product key, and you should have a product key with you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close this. Now another thing to check is, does this have a laptop? This laptop, Windows 10, usually comes with Windows Defender, and that's kind of like the Security Essential antivirus, and that's fully a full antivirus basically running in your computer. So it's called Windows Defender. So make sure you check that it's running correctly. That is a security option. You can install other antiviruses too, but I think it's just good enough. This is same as Security Essential before. Now it's a full. You can see it's update. You can check the updates are current 730, yeah, and you can do update definitions here. It will automatically do that. But you can see you can change some different options. That's for security. So I don't need to put another security antivirus on this machine because this is already running on this with coming from Windows 10. Now this is where things will change for you. Maybe you have different applications. Maybe you are working in a different company and they have specific application. You need to do some twisting and tweaking and all that stuff. Think about the time that I spent so far. Now, what is the things that a lot of people forget? They do this stuff and then that's it. Oh, my laptop is ready. The problem is this, that you spend so much time and you put that key in the beginning, the free key for Windows 10. Maybe that is another key that I'm going to discuss right now. That, think about it. You finish all that, you spend 3-4 hours. What if you leave this laptop like this now, and let's say your nephew or maybe some other person, some friend, they just come in and type something, a link, and that link have a virus or something corruption, and it corrupts your laptop. So you have to do all that process again from the scratch, which doesn't make any sense, right? This is where you need to do a full backup of this computer right now when you finish everything fresh. So in your mind that after this, the person is maybe adding a OneDrive, stuff like that. Their files are getting synced somewhere on OneDrive or a Dropbox. So even if this is corrupted, they have their files and everything synced, but you have the full backup, meaning you don't have to go through all of this again. And at the same time, the whole installation for just Windows takes some time. So think about that. So how do you do that? You do need another external hard drive, so make sure you have a good space in that. And now we are going to take a full backup, a full image of this laptop, everything that we did so far. Next time if something happens to this laptop, we can plug this in, get it back to this point now. So let's do that. So to do that, we need to type backup. And it sees right here, it says backup and restore Windows 7. That's fine. It's just using that software that came with Windows 7. So you see right here it says create a system image. So we need to do that. Click on that. And it's looking for a hard drive now. It's telling me that this is looking for another external hard drive, the hard drive that this computer have. So our hard drive is on. Let's see what we have. We have it on this PC. And this is D drive. The D drive has 235 GB space. This is another important thing. Now this is going to be backing up all of the space, meaning like anything in this computer will go to this. Now, of course, you need to check how much do you have in your computer right here. And it's telling me 121 out of 452 GB. There's something not right over here. That is something maybe you will not come across, but when you do upgrade, what happens is that it will keep your old computer image, computer data in Windows old. That's a big file. If you don't need it, I would remove it. So I'm going to do that and then do the image. See, when I click on properties, you can see the amount of size for this old is growing and growing. Of course, if you need these files, then you would need another big hard drive to kind of put everything on it and then take an image. But if you don't need it, I would remove it. So after removing that old file, you can see how much space do I have right now. Now, of course, if you're doing this, you have to back up that file if you have any important stuff. Now, if you bought it from a fresh place like online and anywhere, you'll see something like this. And we have our external hard drive. And to fix that error issue, I just need to come down here and refresh it, and then I have all the space. And I clean some stuff on my hard drive also. So now I can just go ahead and say this is the hard drive that I want to create a full image. I'm going to click next. And then it tells me what do you want to save. So I just want to pick the C drive. I don't need the recovery. Actually, if you have the recovery on the same drive, you won't be able to pick it. But if you have two drives, then you will pick the one in there. So this will back up all these two files, and the full image of this, the size of the file is 38 GB, and that is it. We're just going to go ahead and click save the backup. So backup is starting right now, and this is the important part right here. Now you're doing this, only reason you're doing this whole image is that after 1 year or 6 months or maybe a few days, your system crash, then you can go back to your external hard drive, plug in the USB. Sometimes you will use a USB like this, and it will tell you to make a recovery media like this. So you will make that recovery, you'll plug this into the computer, and from this you'll re-image everything back to this stage. What you did right now, everything should be the same again, and that saves you a lot of time. Done, you will see this message right here. Do you want to create a repair disk? So if you have a DVD, you plug that into your computer, and then you can select the option right here, and this will prepare basically a disk, a bootable disk. So next time if something happened to your computer, like after 3 months or something like that, or maybe a user call you, and then you can say, hey, bring your laptop back. You have the image right here, you plug that the CD, and then you basically restore from that backup. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cancel that, and now we are done. At this point, we're done. So after this, you can for someone, they can just say this is it, this is all I need, and they can start working and all that stuff. What can you do even more than that? Even, for example, if someone is outside somewhere like another state, they will take the laptop with them, and then their computer crashes, and you have the image right here, then that's still not a solution. You still have to bring their laptop needs to be brought back to the place, or your client is having an issue like that. You still have to have them provide this image to you, or you should have this image. But what if you do something to this laptop itself that it should have ability when it crashes, or a virus attack to it when the person is out? Can you still troubleshoot that person? Because let's say if that person things are encrypted and there's an issue with the operating systems and stuff like that, can they still recover? And this is where it's a personal choice. When I tell people that, hey, use this on your own risk, this software that I'm going to be installing right now, it does take over your system. So that's why I am saying that use this software now on your own risk. So what I'm going to show you guys now is that how to make a backup, like a snapshot backup, which is basically a very quick way of taking a computer backup right now, and if something happens in the future, you can have this ready in 1 minute. or a few minutes, but very easy way. So for that, we need to go to Google. In Google, you'll type reboot restore RX, and this is the link. Okay, you'll click on Horizon Data SYS. Once you click on that, it will take you to this download. Now here it is, product. Alright, so we're not installing this one. This one is basically for libraries and, you know, a computer that is outside, and when you do something on it, and this is free for everybody, even IT people. So when you do something like, you know, you have a computer at a library, people do something every night, it will restart and it will remove anything. So if there's a virus, there's anything, spam, whatever, or documents that you don't want, pictures and stuff like that, it will remove that stuff. But what we want right now is Rollback RX. This is another software that they give out, and it says Home Edition. For home people, this is great. It's free system restore utility. This is a great PC. Now, great software, because for IT people at work, these are the options. But at home clients, you can use this. So we're gonna go ahead and click on the freeware right here, and then we'll go down. And you guys can read, and it says supports up to 7 snapshots, meaning you have a baseline snapshot that you're working on right now. There's nothing done to this computer. You can come to it like instantly in 1 minute, but you can create even more snapshots, meaning you can install other configuration for yourself, meaning you spend, after this baseline, you spend another 2 hours. You can take another snapshot, so that will save you that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and quickly download it, and then discuss the real world scenarios and how you can use it. So it's getting downloaded right now. So let's go to the folder. Alright, so this is where I'm going to use my 7-zip that I installed before. You can do this extract all also, but I like to use the 7-zip. Extract here. I am just going to use the same place, and it's extracted. I should have used the other one. Sorry, you shouldn't do that one. It will extract everything in that file. It should extract 7-zip and extract file, not here. So that's my mistake. There you go. Now it gives me the folder, and everything should be inside that one right there. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on 64-bit and install that software. And we're going to click OK, and we're going to click Next. You see it's playing around with your registry and all that. That's why I said in the beginning that use this on your own risk, because I don't know what laptop you're using and what model, and IBM or Lenovo, whatever. And I hope it's tested with most of the machines, but you never know. So if you have any issues, either you need to uninstall it or take it to the support for that site. They have forms in there. Now it is asking to restart. Let's go ahead and restart it. Alright, the computer is getting started now, and it's taking its first backup and creating the baseline snapshot. Alright, we're gonna log in. Now that we have everything ready, you can see right here our first snapshot is actually there. We can open this, we can create a new snapshot, we can roll back the system, and we can open the front page where you can see the other snapshots and everything in detail. So for example, it tells you about your disk and everything. You can click on snapshot. Right now this snapshot is locked, which is good because you cannot uninstall it easily from here. You have to, I think, provide the admin rights, but you can take a new snapshot. So the best part of this is, for example, someone is outside, like I say, they're in a different state, and something happened. Their machine is infected over there. While you're not in there, you cannot get into the machine because it's messing up. There's no internet connection, and you know that you can. Their documents are on OneDrive or Dropbox. That's another thing, you have to kind of like plan it. So their documents are on OneDrive and everything. That's fine. You can sync it again, and that will be great. But what about the machine? You can easily walk them through to, hey, restart the machine, and the home key is a restore key. So they will hit the home key, and I'm going to show you guys right now. Since we have the baseline right here, I can do anything in this machine and work for another hour and make another snapshot. So I can even restore it to this snapshot, or later on to the baseline. Now, maybe someone will bring this machine to you that, hey, I don't need this laptop anymore, but delete everything. Now, they want to gift this machine to somebody else with everything on it, like Windows operating system. So you could actually come back and restore it to the baseline like this and give it to the person. Or it could be a great way for in a companies too. Let's say, for example, a person leaves, they for some reason leave the job and stuff like that. So you don't want their data around on that computer, right? You usually do a new image while using this type of technology or other deployments. You can actually do this also. You can restore it to the baseline like this and tell the new user, go ahead and log in, because that's a fresh laptop right there now. So let's go ahead and let me show you how to do a recovery. I'm not going to do the whole process, just to show you how to recover. So let's say something happened after 3 months, and whatever reason it is that you need to come back to this point again, you'll go ahead and restart it. Okay, once it's restarting, you're going to hit the home key on your keyboard. You'll keep pressing it. There you go. So you see right here, it says system restore, new snapshot, other tools, but I can do a restore system and it will restore it to my baseline. If you have many snapshots, it will show it to you what snapshot do you want to pick to restore. So like I said, this is a great tool for even saving more time other than image. Like I said, you could stop there. You don't even have to do all this, and you still have the image right there. But this is how you do the whole setup. Now, this is a good laptop. I'm happy with this whole setup. I can go ahead and start my work, and without worries, I can come back and restore it. Thank you for watching, and be a part of jobskillshare.org. Take the courses and be an IT person or help somebody else. Thank you.